Alright guys, welcome to episode 2. I'm starting where that left off. And we are going to be going to the old temple. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way right here. So get that to go away. So cool thing about this about Enderal is there's these potions and stuff. It's like a rants or whatever. And there's different stages to the deterioration of potions, meaning like say you drink like a rancid potion, it'll heal you like very little, but it can also hurt you as well. I was looking for something over here, wasn't I? No? Okay. It can either heal you or hurt you, or it can do both. Or not. I'm missing something. Hang on. Supposed to be... Yeah, okay. It's weird. Huh. It's just not showing up. We're going to favorite that. I can heal you, and they won't heal you as much as like a full potion. And give me 1 second. And if I remember correctly, I think some of them can actually hurt you. Like if it's deteriorated so much, like it actually can hurt you. But I'm just gonna be quiet for now until we get out of the temple. I am gonna add one thing real quick. You can get this thing. It's like a fever. You get close to these crystals right here that we're about to come upon right here. If you get too close to them, you'll get like a rune fever or arcane fever. But we got to grab this real quick, and now we can leave. Or our arcane fever gets too high, because that will eventually start affecting your health too. If you have too much of an arcane fever, and it also messes with your healing as well. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. And we're going to quickly learn that, and then I don't have enough to learn marksman. But now that we have 2 weapons, I can favorite that, put those on, and then we're gonna do 1 and 2. There it is. You can also go around and you can find these things right here that increase your carry rate. It's Ice Claws. We're gonna go to consumables. That permanent weight carry, or carry weight upgrade. Take those. Oh, and also something that's really cool is what they did with this. What am I looking for? Actually, let me go to my magic. Lightning that does a shock damage. I don't need any of those just yet. I don't want to fill up my weight as quick as I can. Let's see. We will take the knife. We will take that, and those. Only because I don't have any shoes. Alright, and here comes one of my favorite parts about the beginning. This place is so pretty. I did not. Okay, that's new to me actually. That might have been something that they've added recently, or I've just never noticed it. Let's see, let's not go out that way yet. Old sword. Yeah, I forgot. There's those things that are around too that they both give you 4 damage. The old sword weighs more. So I'm actually gonna use that instead. Actually, alright, so first things first, we're gonna go into mana because we're gonna be we're actually gonna be using magic quite a lot. Come on in here, big guy. Magic is going to be a big thing in Enderal. Now, if I remember correctly, there's more stuff in here that you can get. Look at that staff of flames. Which actually we're gonna use until it runs out. Oh, and arcane fever can also halt your mana regeneration. No, I gotta go back down actually. Now I did have to drop the graphics down significantly from what I originally had. I kept on causing issues with my graphics card, sadly. And we're gonna go with a kind of a mage build in the beginning of all this. Mainly because that's going to be the strongest thing that we're going to be able to have until we get towards a little bit later in the game. We actually start to get some armor other than robes. The robes don't really do very much protection against melee. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, and I'm going to head over to the next little thing I got to do over there, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so I found some pretty cool stuff while I was over there, looking around and everything like that. I found some heavy leather cuirass and a leather boots, and I also found magic restoration robes, which are going to be really nice for right in the beginning. But we're going to head up over here real quick and see what is going on. There should be some people up here. Hopefully. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, before I forget, I almost forgot. I did find another ice claw.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir? Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
Yep. There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Let's do a little bit of trading real quick. He's got health potions. You know what? I'm gonna sell some stuff to him. Let's see. We can get rid of that. Keep the other. See. Take all those. Sorry about that. Let's see. You have that. You have one of those. Rid of the shoes. And you can have the spell.
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell. To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Alright.
By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will. Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is? Well, I didn't come up with it. Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need...
Alright. So. That's a little weird.
Still
the
tomorrow.
map looks like
Or
that.
can I clean all the tools?
Places, Finn, I'm playing.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna head to the next place. Or am I?
By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself. Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntrudes, Gruntrudes. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn! The still! They've hit me.
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, no! Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah. And you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See? You already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What? You mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be. Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in Pt.2 Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos! Do something, damn it!
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken. Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story. Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head. Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim. Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do. You have visions? Are you sure? The Enderalian spider plague is known to cause visions in the infected. And if this is what you caught in that old temple, you might as well start digging your grave, because your limbs will start falling off in a few hours if you don't do something about it. Relax, friend. That plague doesn't exist. I have no idea what kind of visions you're talking about. but your reaction showed me that you're trying to keep something from me, and that's a bad idea if you want my help. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say? Well then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light? Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right? Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark. Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and patirs attacking wanderers in the open. Dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least.
We'll go back and finish talking to him in just a second. I want to come grab this before I forgot. Alright. Now we're going to finish the conversation with him.
Strangest thing, however, is the red madness. Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes. As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods. Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. We're going to get along just fine. But we digress. Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the red madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself. A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back. Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion. Yes, it is. I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady. Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here. And according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think? Great! First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Alright. Now that we got something to do, I'm going to see. Let's just take a look. So I'm probably going to change in mind because there's supposed to be a map here. But I don't know why it's not showing up. So I will actually be right back. I'll pick it up right here. I'm just going to fix this whole mod issue. So I'll see you guys in a second.